You think you're a star? I'm the Galactus of pro wrestling. I devour stars like planets until I reign supreme.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Lights Out Episode 3. Here we are. They said we weren't going to make it, and we're on our third episode already. We're here at Fighting Spirit Wrestling in Brooklyn, New York. The name of tonight's show?
Only the Strong.
Only the Strong is tonight. And in Fighting Spirit Wrestling, I'll tell you what, there are no weak players. I'm joined, as always, by the living legend, Tony Dynasty. With us for the second time, and frankly, I'm not sure why, Preston Wallace, the Make-A-Wish Foundation kid. And I'm Hank Lazer. Contest winner. I'm sorry. Congratulations on your victory. Thank you.
Well, you want a contest to give you?
Well, I mean, it was hard, but, last episode was a real pleasure, and I didn't think I would be here again, living and breathing.
Why is that?
For episode, well, the slow winds has gotten me down, but I'm not out, and I'm not going to let my disease define me.
He's a fighter, just like this guy.
Good for you. Well, listen, I missed the last one. I want to thank Brock Myers.
Brock Myers.
Sure. Seemed like he did an okay job. I apologize. I was out on assignment. But I'm back here again as the host of Lights Out. An exciting night of Only the Strong coming up. We've got all the big stars are going to be here. But what I want to start first of all is how have the two of you been doing? It's been some time. Tony, how are things in your personal life?
There's been an improvement. Things are better for me. Things are looking up.
What are you doing with yourself?
I went out and got myself a dog.
What kind of dog do you
I got a dog. His name's Chip. He is adorable. Here's a picture right here.
Let me see.
Here's Chip. You guys like
Oh,
Chip.
That's a sweet pup.
Can you see Chip? All right,
I think
good.
we got it. Thank you. Yeah, no, that's fine. Thank you.
Okay.
How's Chip?
Chip's okay.
How old is Chip?
I love him with all my heart, honestly. It's great having someone around the house, and it just raises my spirits, you know? I think I found out I'm a dog guy. You a dog guy?
I love to hear it.
Dogs are alright. Sometimes, I used to really love them, but now, if I don't have the ones that are hypoallergenic, it's a real issue for me.
Yeah.
So, shit, dude, I'm sorry to hear that.
That's okay. Why did you name him Chip?
While we're on this
It just
topic,
seemed like a very positive name. I was kind of looking to change directions in my life, maybe get a new outlook on things. And Chippy just seemed like the kind of word I want to be. You know, I want to be chippy. I want to be fun. I want to be a cool guy. I want to bring more people, more girls, more dogs, everybody into my life. I don't want to be a tragedy anymore.
How is your love life, Tony, if I can ask?
Well, the love life's the same for now, but I'm focusing on the dog, so there's no shame in that at all. So
Do you love your dog?
I love Chip with all my heart.
And I hate to ask Tony, but what is your hand okay there? Are you ready? Are your ring ready?
This is a kitchen. The dog bit me in the kitchen. I'm gonna be honest here. The dog bit me after I fed him maybe I'm starting to think maybe he doesn't like hot dogs and pizza. So, I mean, I don't understand why anyone or a dog, for that matter, wouldn't enjoy some nice Italian food.
They'll eat most anything, won't they?
That's what I thought. But Chip just, I don't know, Chip's, he's maybe a high-class dog. I think he's maybe a purebred. So he might need like purebred food, nothing from New Jersey.
All right, well, it's great to catch up with you.
Absolutely, yeah. It's great to see you. It's great to have you back on the
happy to be
show.
here.
It's a real pleasure.
I have nothing
It's a
against
real
Brock
pleasure.
Myers, and I hope he comes back
I
in
hope
the
you get
future.
Brock on the show sometime. I have some questions.
He did a great job. You have questions for Brock?
For everybody.
Now, you and I haven't worked together before, but I understand
It's a real honor.
you are diagnosed with the degenerative disease called Slowman's? Slowman's.
It's tough, but I don't always want to be known as Mr. Sloman.
And what does this do for you, the thing there? I'm sorry, I don't want to get too personal. Frankly, I'm not sure how you got on the show.
I won a
I understand
contest.
we've gotten a big donation from the Sloman's Foundation, and we appreciate their support. I think they probably should be investing in research instead, but it's nice to have the Sloman's Foundation on board with Lights Out.
This was specially fitted.
Is that right?
It helps.
Do you get some praise?
What's your insurance situation like? Do you have a Medicaid? Is there are you on Obamacare?
Yeah, have you heard of Obama?
Sure.
He gave me insurance.
That's great.
That is great. It's great to see.
It's good to see the government helping
I
out.
just have to
Helping
pay
out
a
the
little bit
regular
of money
people.
for these. These were really expensive. When I got to the store, I was like, I know they're going to get custom fitted, but just in general, they're really expensive. And I'd like to thank Obama. Thank you.
Thank you, Obama.
Thanks to Barack Obama, the 44th president of the United States. Please come on the show when you're done being president, of course. We know you're very busy. Certainly.
I would love to.
Well, listen, yeah, it would be great. It would be a real honor for us all around. Now, what I want to start the show off tonight with is we're going to do the Fighting Spirit Wrestling Power Chart. For the first time ever, you're going to hear from experts from around Fighting Spirit Wrestling about who's on top, who's getting there, and where they're headed. So I'm going to go first on naming the number one player on the FSW Power
I've been
Chart.
real excited about the power chart.
Yeah, I know it's going to be fun for all of us. And by the way, you can find out about changes to the power chart online. We're going to have a hotline you can dial into.
It's at the bottom of your screen
It's
right
going to
now.
be at the bottom of your screen right
The
here.
FSW Dirt Line.
You can call the FSW Dirt Line. Hear about changes to the power rankings depending on results. We'll get more into the results later. Now, as the first person to put somebody up, we're going to go in order here. I'm going to choose a no-brainer for the FSW Power Chart. And for me, it's got to be the champ. For me, the face of FSW. Ladies and gentlemen, his name is Mike Berna.
Can't argue with that pick.
This is a local boy done good, and it's a great story. So I'm going to put Mike Berna up on the board as my number one, and I don't think there's any debate. For
Absolutely
him.
not. Not from this side of the table.
He's the champ he deserves to be, and we're looking forward to seeing him in action tonight. Preston, who do you think is maybe the next guy in line if, say, Mike Verna slips, or if Mike Verna, becomes ill, or say if a certain promotion up in Connecticut makes a phone call?
This is, it's real close for me because, Mike Verna, sure, I would say definitely number one, but 1A, if there could be a 1A, I would pick everyone's favorite wrestler, The Natural.
The Natural?
David Conti.
Yeah,
I think he's definitely the biggest home run hitter in the company. It's definitely got to be The Natural. 1 and 1A, I would say.
And I'm going to pick number 3, but it should be number...
I want to talk about this number 2.
And I'd like to talk about this too. It seems...
This young guy, he's very impressive. We had him on the show. My understanding is he's hit a lot of home runs, a lot of backlot places. He runs around. He's a good guy.
I think maybe we should have a veto.
But is he number 2?
I don't think so.
I'm
I
not sure
don't
with
know
all
if
the
any
guys
of you
around.
have seen, but this says FSW Power Chart. Now, nobody has more power than somebody that can hit a baseball around.
The Sloman's
entire
Foundation
span of the
gives a
world.
lot of money to the
I
show,
wasn't
so
here.
we're gonna let this stand.
All right, fair enough.
But great, thanks,
the
Preston.
natural.
Really appreciate your input.
The natural.
All right, number 3
Tony,
should
you
be
got
number 2. Let's put up Joel Maximo. Could
Joel
you put this up
Maximo.
for
Okay,
me?
yeah, sure.
Thank you so much.
Joel, the founder and frankly the inspiration,
The crown
behind
jewel,
FSW.
so to speak.
The crown jewel of FSW, and it's hard to argue with that. I like him a lot. I'm a little concerned about sort of what happened at the last show, but I think Joel can bounce back.
Absolutely. He's
done
done it a million times before.
You gotta wonder how he's feeling
Sure.
after a big Pearl Harbor job for
Yeah.
PJ Stackpole.
Yeah, PJ Stackpole really. I'm not sure what happened there last match, but we're gonna have an interview with him
I don't
later.
know who it is.
We'll try to get his bottom of it. So now for number 4, I think you have to give credit where credit's due. And speaking of PJ Stackpole, I think you got to go back to the last champ here in FSW, and that's one Mr. Ian Aldwin. A powerful wrestler, not a man whose ethics I would endorse necessarily. And he has aligned himself with PJ, who's a questionable guy.
I'll say this about Ian Aldwin. He's a son of a bitch, but I love the
but you speak of the devil, and here he is. Oh my God! Whoa! Ian, thanks for coming on the show. We're joined all of a sudden by Ian Aldwin, and Ian, look, I just put you as number 4 on the FSW Power Chart. Any thoughts on sort of where the board stands right now?
May I?
I'm certainly not the one to stop you. Well, it looks like we have a veto here from Ian Aldwin, and it looks like the Natural's going to go number 2. Ian, thoughts while we have you here, and we appreciate your time, on sort of what is going to happen tonight and what we'll see.
I don't know what's gonna happen,
Yeah?
but I do
Let's
know
see.
one thing. Somebody's getting hurt. Because I didn't come to talk, I didn't come to do interviews, I came to fight. And that's exactly what's gonna happen tonight. Somebody, I don't care who it is, is gonna get hurt real bad.
And what's the relationship? There's a lot of talk on the message boards, the blogs, the YouTube about your manager, PJ Stackpole, and the relationship with Mike Verna. You and Mike Verna don't get along. Is that right?
I trust PJ. I know PJ is gonna make the right choice.
Nothing more than that. What happened last week with PJ and Mike? It's sort of everybody's kind of confused where the two stand. Do you have any insight on that you can share with us?
Have you talked to him at all?
Been a little distant lately. I've been doing my own thing, I got big issues on my hands right now.
Okay.
In case you guys missed it, Cyrus got a little revenge on me last month.
Yeah, I noticed, and I want to ask about that. Is it over with Cyrus or no? Thanks a lot. Yeah, you gotta understand. I'm not sure this is the guy. Now, is it over with Cyrus DeVille? Is that settled, or for you, is there more to be said in the Cyrus DeVille feud?
You know when it's going to be over? I'm going to tell you exactly when it's going to be over. When Cyrus is no longer breathing. When Cyrus no longer steps foot anywhere in the vicinity that I stepped foot. That's exactly when it's going to be over. And I'll tell you why. You see, me and Cyrus were best friends, in case anybody out there doesn't know.
Sure, long history.
Took him under my wing. I showed him the light.
He told us that on the first episode of this show.
And you know what happened? His ego grew a lot faster than his balls. And that's a problem. Ever since I became FSW heavyweight champion, he's always looked at me a little sideways. So I felt it was time to trim the fat a little bit. But now, he made it personal. And tonight, I plan on making it real personal.
So it's not just business with Cyrus DeVille. This is a personal disagreement that the two of you are going to settle in the ring?
Disagreement? Are you kidding me? This is not a disagreement. This is one man jealous and envious of the greatest FSW heavyweight champion in history. This is not a disagreement. This is blood personal as it gets.
Well, listen, fans, you hear it here. Ian Aldwin has himself at the top of the list. we may have disagreements. I'm certainly not going to tell him differently on this show. Ian, we appreciate you coming on, even though you rough-handled Tony Dynasty. Hopefully Tony's okay.
I hope he's okay.
Thank you for being nice to our special guest here. He's not well.
What the hell happened to you?
He's got Sloman's.
Shut up.
Ian Aldwin, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be right back with more. Hopefully we'll get Tony Dynasty back here and he'll be healthy. We'll be right back. When I come home from a hard day's work breaking rocks, there's nothing I want more than a nice cold O'Doul's. O'Doul's, savory, supple, and alcohol-free. So I can go to my meetings and say, yes, I did stay off the booze this week. It's our little secret between me and O'Doul's. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Lights Out. I'm your host, Hank Lazer. Pleased to be joined now by PJ Stackpole, the brains of the end is what they call him. PJ, thanks for joining the show. We had you on before, and we thank you for coming back. Great, PJ. Interesting end to last month's show. A lot of shenanigans between you and Mike Verna on the videotape that we went back and looked at. It appeared that you took the title belt.
You would think I killed someone's grandmother. You would think it was the biggest happening in the history of humanity.
But you struck Joel Maximo with the belt, and it didn't appear
again. What people don't understand, Mike Verna is still suffering from a very severe concussion. You were there, yes? You see what happened to Mike Verna? We're all aware, right?
He seemed unhealthy.
He's a
he
hurt
wasn't quite
man.
there.
He's injured. And at the end of the day, whether he admits it or not now, I know he believes it in his heart, Mike Verna and I are friends. And I love Mike, and I feel for Mike, and if he doesn't want anything to do with me, that's fine, but I can't hide my feelings. I got
Mike agrees
emotional.
with that analysis.
I wasn't finished yet. So I got a little emotional. I did something I probably shouldn't have, and I take full responsibility. I'd like to publicly and personally apologize to Joel Maximo. I should never have done that. But I got emotional, and when you get emotional, you do stupid things, unfortunately.
Sure. Now, what's the relationship now going forward? And I asked you this on the first show you were on here. What's the relationship with Mike Verna, both professionally
I think I
and
answered
personally?
that. When a friendship turns to a business relationship, it's never a smart idea. Right? So maybe in retrospect, Mike Verna and I shouldn't have gotten involved in a business relationship on top of our personal friendship. Things went slightly sideways there for a while, but I don't think he has any bad feelings. I certainly don't. And I'd like to pursue a new beginning with Mike at his convenience, of course.
Have the two of you spoken since the last show, Kill 'Em All? And is it water under the bridge now? How many times can water go under the bridge? It seems like there's enough conflicts in the past that you two eventually you can't continue to get along together.
Well, if I accept the grammar of your question, and I'm not sure that I do, but I
think
think I
University
know
of
where you're
Dayton
going.
has some open
I would just say that Mike Verna and I are involved, as everyone should know, not just here at FSW, but in various other wrestling promotions. So we have to do business together. We do talk. FSW wasn't on our itinerary of things to talk about for a very long time, but now it is. And there's no hard feelings, I should hope.
Now, how long you two go back to almost the crib? Is that right?
No.
What's your earliest memory of Mike Verna?
High school.
Interesting. What do you recall from high school of Mike Verna?
A young, ambitious, career-oriented person.
Sure.
Was he very popular?
Extremely.
He seems like a popular guy. I mean, he's
People
a
love him.
fellow.
There's no doubt about it. Can't knock the
Wow, was he a varsity athlete?
kid. No. Athlete.
Sure.
Baseball.
Junior varsity?
I wouldn't.
Listen, I want to get to sort of the other folks out in FSW, and you know, there's all kinds of commentary. There's blogs now. There's Twitter.
Everyone's got an opinion.
There's Tumblr. You get Snapchat sometimes.
I
We
get
have a
Snapchat,
quote here.
believe
Sure.
you me. Snapchats.
Interesting.
Snatch chats even.
Ooh, oh my goodness, it's a PG show. Thank you.
What are we talking about right now?
The
PJ
question
show,
I have,
I
though,
think
is
we can all
I was
agree.
What's a
going.
Snapchat?
Tony, it's on the.
He was saying.
Yeah, I'm sorry. You know, the guy, he's a couple decades old. And then meanwhile, I'm dealing with Preston over here, who's half alive.
Preston, I swear to God, he's the spitting image of Kevin Steen.
Yeah, he
Currently, Kevin Owens, currently, no. I swear to God.
I wish. That would be great.
I like it, not a lot.
The difference
but
between
I like
the two
it.
is unlike Kevin Owens. Preston's got about, as I understand it, 3 weeks.
I wonder when he wakes up in the morning how it feels for him. For me, it's very hard.
For who?
Something about social media. You
Yeah, I
were saying.
apologize. Listen, there's this show out there. It's a couple of young men who are big FSW fans called the Wrestle Snobs. I don't know if you've seen these two.
I've been on their show, yeah.
Sure. And they suggested on their last show, we were watching it back at Lights Out headquarters.
It's been a slow day.
that Ian Aldwin is not as, quote, scary as he used to be. And that the end is, and I'm quoting here, this is not my words, it's theirs, quote, the end is no longer a viable stable. What's your reaction to that kind of?
First of all, a stable is a place you put horses. That's number one. The end is a team, a family, etc. Whether or not Ian's scary, that's a matter of perception. If you avoid Ian Aldwin, you stay out of his way, stay out of his crosshairs, he's not a very frightening individual. He becomes a frightening individual when you offend him. And as Cyrus DeVille knows full well, and Mike Herna, I dare say, knows full well, and Whiplash knows full well, and Joe Etel knows full well, and Talon knows full well, when you offend Ian Aldwin, you get hurt. So then he's probably very scary.
Sure.
I'm sure the snobs aren't scary because Ian Aldwin wouldn't waste the sweat off his nose even to slap them. But if they want, I will come on your show, Wrestling Snobs, and put you in your face because you're kind of a pessimistic, lazy, kind of bummish kind of duo.
Well, I understand their mother's basement is very nice, and perhaps they'll give you a diet soda.
I should know. I've seen the mother's bedroom.
Oh my goodness.
I haven't seen it.
Are you friends with Whiplash? Do you like Whiplash?
I like Whiplash just fine. He's a nice guy. He's not going to win.
Did you guys plan the ending of the last show at all? Or was there some kind of alliance?
Plan?
What is that? Just an accident that he comes out and it seems like
Whiplash,
he's
I can't attest to what goes on in that boy's head.
Nothing going on.
He had no
between you
business
and
being that he came out to the ring unwarranted. So did I in his defense. So things got a little bit crazy. I don't know why he came out there. It's none of my business.
It looked to me like he was pushing Mike
Well,
Verna.
Whiplash is just back in the company now, right? Joel Maximo and him are obviously very close, so he comes back and he thinks he can play by his own rules. It's favoritism. It's nepotism. That's what it is. And Mike Verna is now suffering the repercussions of his favoritism.
Tell me about sort of the direction of FXW.
It's terrible.
And where it's headed.
terrible.
What disappoints you?
Disappoints me. Have you seen what goes on right now?
I enjoyed the
We have
few shows I've
we have a revolving door of a talent roster. We have a doctor that runs into the ring and wrestles. We have our owner on the active wrestling roster who's injuring people. The champion is still suffering a concussion. And I'm glad you brought it up because I just spent the early part of the day in Manhattan meeting with the State Athletic Commission. And there's something Joel Maximo needs to know, and I'm going to tell him later.
Very interesting stuff. We'll look forward to that. PJ, thanks for being on the show again. I know you're a busy
Pleasure is
man.
entirely yours.
It has been. We'll be right back.
Don't tell my guys what to do, you son of a bitch. I'm the boss, asshole.
Oh, look around you. Is this a proper setting for profanity?
Hey, fuck you, Brogan.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Solid strike.
here I am.
Solid strike.
We're at FSW Only the Strong. It's pre-match time here. And I'm joined by none other than the suntan Superman. I ran into him having a couple of cocktails before the matches here. It's his birthday today, ladies and gentlemen. Happy birthday, suntan.
Thank you.
And I'm also
Happy
joined
birthday.
by Preston Wallace. Preston, good to see you back on the show.
Well, what's
Great
your
to
name
see you,
again?
Rick. You're still
Preston.
around. I'm sorry, yeah.
Preston.
So
It's a
Preston.
real pleasure.
Hank Lazer with you here with Preston Wallace,
on now.
Suntan Superman. We're going to shoot a little pool. We're going to talk about the action here in FSW and see what else we're going to hear from Suntan tonight. Now, Suntan, I hear that because it's your birthday, we have something special in line going on tonight. Is that right?
Well, it seems to be. You know, I mean, I'm ready for anything. You
Sure,
know, I'm coming special to this game. Hey, kid, you got to learn how to
this look?
you gotta learn
He's
how to
look. He's
I'm ready for anything. I mean, I'm happy to be here. I'm very excited. I haven't had goosebumps in a long, long time.
Right.
My actual birthday party
Wow.
was 17 years ago.
Wow.
And that's only because I remember a bright blue cake and a Red Lobster deal.
Oh man, nothing better than
But I'm here to kick ass, and that's really what I want to do.
Yeah,
I love
sure.
a good fight.
Yeah.
Rough and tumble, all that.
I get that. Yeah, for your birthday present, I imagine a couple punches, some kicks, some holds. Nothing better than that, right?
I get off on just watching these guys scream and just put them through all types of hell. And then we go back and forth. Classic, you know what I mean?
Yeah, sure.
Now, speaking of classic, what's up with that gimmick? Now, I was just talking about a light blue cake. You got a light blue shirt with like an orange tie.
Designer stuff. I don't know quite what you mean. This is
Designer stuff.
Haspel from Redwood and Ross.
Look at that.
You can get this on Seville Row.
Mr. GQ.
You can get it, I think here in Brooklyn over in Sunset Park, there's a tailor that'll sell this to you if you're interested. I don't know if that was the question.
Nah, I'm an old-fashioned kind of guy.
Sure. You wanna go ahead and break suntan or?
Yeah, I'll break.
Good.
Where's the?
I think we're
Let me get it. I'll take it.
You sure you know this kid?
Look, he's doing his best.
You know this kid?
He's
One day at a time.
I don't know if you've ever heard of Sloman's. It's apparently some kind of
Sloman's?
yeah,
Isn't that like an auto shop or something like that?
Yeah, it might be. I tell you what, I'll break and then we'll.
Nice that we can all make jokes.
Well, I mean, I said we might have to cut in a few.
Yeah, sure. No, I understand. All right, so here we go. Professionalism at its finest. Not bad at all. So, tough night for you last night. That's I'll be damned.
You'll be damned. Listen, is there money on the line or something here?
I tell you what, how about
You
firm
guys-
handshake?
you guys
You want to
want
wager
funny
that?
business.
No, I got
Telling
no
you
funny
right now.
business at all, man. All right. So I'll be solid here. Listen, tough night for you. The last FSW event. I know this guy. I don't think he was involved, but Manny Monroe got involved in your match with AJ Specter. Can you give me sort of a sense of what went down there?
Well, she's a female dog, and yeah. Well, I mean, are we calling shots here?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna go to the center copy.
Well, she's. I mean, I guess I don't know. I mean, they were kissing from pillar to post.
Sure.
And at first it was like real awkward, and I had no idea what the kid was all about.
Yeah.
But I mean, he cheated. I kind of understand why he did what he did.
What did he hit you with there? I saw it was some kind of foreign object.
It turns out that the girl's in the Diet Coke.
Okay. Sure. I had a girlfriend with a coke problem actually. That was very similar.
Well, I mean, I guess it's an epidemic these days.
Yeah, it really is. Especially these rich girls.
Yeah, the yuppies. So they're sitting there kissing from pillar to post.
And you're trying to.
I'm trying to have the match, and I mushed a little bit. I guess they got emotional, but I mean, you know what? This kid's got something else coming. I hope, because it's going to be done to him.
Yeah, sure.
And he just broke in, so
yeah.
I kind of feel sorry. Like I said, this game ain't a beauty pageant.
Sure.
Hold on a second. Now watch this shot here.
I will.
It's the beer. It's the beer. What are you laughing at? What's this Band-Aid up here for?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Are you okay?
I don't let my disease define me.
You're what?
But it helps me breathe. Today's been a bad day, and
you look paler than normal.
What's your name? Prescott?
Preston.
Yeah. Preston.
Sometimes the weather.
Sure.
What?
The weather.
Yeah, it's a little chilly today.
It was really windy, and
the wind affects.
I'm congested, so I don't know.
Well,
It's nice to be here. It's
You
really
better
nice
soak it up there, kid. You gotta get with the program.
It's nice to be here. I'm just trying to enjoy every day,
Well, then have a beer or something. You can't sit there like that. You know how to shoot.
You gotta get healthy. He's not taking my shots for me. All right, you're gonna go with a full healthy man. I'm going that 5 in the pocket if you mind. Oh man, that's too bad.
That's all right. AJ, I think, has a lot of potential.
Yeah.
He's got a long ways to go.
Sure.
And I just hope he has. I hope he has what it takes to keep on keeping on.
Yeah, as a young guy like that, you'd like to see him maybe win a match fairly, rather than sort of just fooling around with Diet Coke or regular Coke or cherry.
Especially that Dane.
Yeah, do you think that's good or bad for him to have Manny Monroe?
She's bad news.
What do you make of their relationship?
She's a runaround Susie.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Now I've heard rumors. She sniffs around the locker
She does
room
more
a
than
little
that.
bit.
I'll tell you that.
We're gonna have her on the show later.
You're gonna have it.
You know, please.
This is a PG.
No, just on the show. We're gonna interview her. We're gonna ask her about the matches that she's been involved in.
She's a wild girl. You know, she got drunk. She got dumped on the head a while back. I think that's part of what's going on.
I'm a little concerned she has the Ronda Rousey syndrome now.
Ronda Rousey, what? She wants to commit suicide. All the girls are like that. They
that.
all like that. They all sit there, and the minute they,
You
know. Yeah.
Now, it's a big night for you.
Yeah.
It's your birthday.
Yeah, I'm right now I'm actually very nervous. I mean, I guess because of my year-round tan, y'all can't see the hair standing up, but I'm just, you know, I'm just like really nervous. And then you gotta.
The colors got me confused.
The colors got you confused. 8 Ball, I win. Listen to me, kid. I win. You got the round.
Congratulations.
Listen to me.
Yeah, I got the next beer.
You got the next round. Hey, listen, what's your name, kid?
Preston.
Press what?
Preston.
Listen, this kid, I feel sorry for you, kid. You need a shot or something.
All right. Appreciate it. Suntan Superman here.
All right.
Great to have you on the show. Thanks for coming by. Good luck tonight.
You're welcome.
As for Tony Dynasty, what a great guy. First of all, we were in it's hard to explain, a battle royal together. It was a tag team battle royal, and it was the craziest battle royal ever. We ended up coming short, but hey, I wasn't pinned, so I'm not counting that as a loss, because we weren't pinned.
Undefeated.
I'm considering myself undefeated no matter what, and I'm going to stay like that for a while. So yeah, he's a great guy. We worked a lot, and I want to be a little team with him. We're both martial artists, and maybe we could teach each other our stuff and have some martial arts thing going on. We will call each other fast friends. We talked about it before.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back here with Lights Out, FSW Wrestling. And boy, what an honor to have the champ here tonight. Mike Vern is joining the show. Mike, thanks for coming on the show. Quick introduction.
Coming, right?
Yeah, we appreciate it. Mike's one of the hottest, fastest rising stars in wrestling. He's someone that is both an irresistible force and an immovable object at the same time. And the current FSW champion now for some time.
Since
for a number of months.
Two-time champ. That's a big factor right there. No one's ever done it.
This is impressive stuff. A guy that nobody's been able to get the belt off of. And Mike, thanks for coming on the show. I'm joined by Tony Dynasty, who I think is a big fan of yours as well, in addition to being a competitor.
I've been watching you a long time.
All right, so I've heard, Tony.
So Tony, we appreciate you being here as well. Mike, I want to get right into it about the last show. What happened at the end? I know you and Joel Maximo go back a long time.
Since the start.
Very close to the start of FSW. Joel's your trainer. He's your friend, I believe.
My mentor, my friend, my trainer, you name it, he is.
What happened at the end of last show, and what do you say to folks who suggest that there was more going on than what appeared?
You know, that's all I've been hearing ever since the end of the match. All I know is that during that match, for that brief moment, I caught a headbutt. My back was turned.
The video's clear.
Thank you on that. But after watching the footage, I do see that PJ Stackpole got himself involved. Why? I really can't tell you at this moment. But I think it was evident, you know, in the long run what happened. And I'm not gonna. That doesn't mean I couldn't beat Joel, and that's my whole quest. My whole reason why I wanted to wrestle him was because there's no one else that, like you said, could take this belt off me. Who better than to go against me for this title than my trainer, the person who got me to where I'm at? You know, it just makes sense to me.
So have you talked to Joel since? Is there a rematch in the cards? What's going to happen there?
I'll tell you right now, you know, the original thing was this match was supposed to be for the fans. The fans wanted to see Teacher versus Sid. It's a big deal.
I didn't realize it was a title match until it was announced.
You and I too, my friend. That's the whole thing that's really kind of getting me going here, because when we started, for the fans, trainer versus student. Why this belt was on the line, I don't know. Don't get me wrong, I'm a fighting champion. I want to put this belt on the line every single night. But for it to be out of nowhere, kind of just thrown out there, it's fine. It doesn't change my game. If anything, it's going to motivate me to get to that next level. But is there going to be a rematch? You're damn right. There has to be. You know, what people don't understand is Joel did get hurt during that match. Legitimate.
Yep.
And that was at the hands of me.
So that gets the hand to me, that says a lot, that I have the ability to hurt Joel if need be. And that's not something I want to do. But if I don't get my rematch, I'm going to make sure that I make an example out of everybody until that match happens in its entirety to the expectations of the people.
In your mind, is Joel Maximo the #1 contender for this belt right now?
By all means. I don't see anyone in the locker room that's gonna go up against this belt except for him.
And Mike, listen, I know I've followed you, Tony's followed you, you've been nothing but above board throughout your time here in FSW, but there's questions when PJ Stackpole comes out, when he gets involved in your matches. He was a friend, I know that. I understand there's a long history there. What's the relationship with PJ Stackpole today with business and personal?
You know, everyone says that. It's ironic because me and PJ, we go back a long time. I'd say almost 15 years, and we've been nothing but friends. You know, that's the bottom line. How we got into the business was for business, and that's how we broke in. But PJ, this term used in this industry that people go into business for themselves, and that's what PJ did. PJ went into business for himself, and he turned his back on me, literally. Chair shot to the back, betrayed me, went on to his own little tirade of his own.
Sure.
That being said, as time passed, I do realize that the business relationship me and PJ have will always be there. At the end of the day, he does help me get my gigs, does help me get my media appearances. In fact, for all I know, he's the reason I'm here right now.
Sure.
That being said, my feelings towards PJ are very much, different from when we started. I can't trust him anymore. I do know that what he tries to do is always going to be for him.
You trust Joel Maximo anymore?
Joel didn't do anything to me. Joel just didn't give me the match I know he's capable of.
To be fair, was he behind making it a title match rather than a just exhibition?
You know, I know right now Joel is an active member on the roster and the CEO at the same time. And when you're an active wrestler and an authority figure, there's only one other. I mean, that's your painting right there. It's clear that he is the only one right now that can ink the paper and make that match happen.
Sure.
I don't know if he's trying to take the title off me. I don't know if he's trying to make an example of me. I don't know if he's just quite frankly afraid that maybe I'm getting to where he's at. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Now, in regards to PJ Stackpole's interference, we do business outside. Like I said, it's very clear. Our rivalry may be on water under the bridge for the most part. I don't trust him. And the business we have in FBW and Dynasty and all elsewhere, that's strictly for business. I love the people, I love the fans, and I love defending any belt I hold. But when it comes to PJ Stackpole, you gotta watch him. He's a little snake. He's kind of like this little caterpillar you got on your lapel there.
I appreciate you noticing.
But that being said, I mean, I guess I'm gonna have to keep my eyes open for PJ.
All right, good. Listen, I want to get into, there's a lot of gossip in FSW.
It's wrestling. What do you
It's
expect?
wrestling. It's sort of what the fans are interested in. And today, anybody with an iPhone and a couple dollars can get on YouTube and talk about people. It's not everything's as professional as this show here today.
Lights out, baby.
Thank you very much. We appreciate that. We had, Tony and I before we came in for the show, we were reviewing some of these YouTube guys. And a kid named Peter Gilmore, I don't know if you're familiar with him, he's a fan,
right?
Nice guy. He suggested on his review of the last match that you are, and I'm quoting him, not my words, quote, getting too cocky. Any response to something like that from Mr. Gilmore?
Well, when you're the two-time FSW champion and no one seems to take this belt off you, it's not a matter of being cocky. It's just basically embracing your ability, embracing your skill,
You can't argue with results, can you?
Results that's it, brother. That's it.
Sure.
It's results. I mean, what the fans think of me, like I said, I love the fans. I love the people. But if they think I'm a little bit too cocky, maybe they're going to have to see a different side of me going forward.
Interesting.
Let me ask you about Flawless Blake Morris. What's your relationship with him?
You know what? I'm going to cut you off right there because that's probably the stem of all this.
Yeah, it's weird.
Right? With Joel?
For some reason, Immortals Holiday, after my match, me and Joel made that match for Kill 'Em All pretty official. We shook on it.
Sure.
Made it as official could be.
There's videotape.
Blake comes in, and I have a little bit of a history with Blake. Blake took the FBW Tag Team Championships off of myself and the Big O. Blake and Rex aligned themselves with PJ Stackpole when me and PJ Stackpole couldn't stand each other. So me and Blake don't really see eye to eye. That being said, we do have a competitive rivalry and a competitive respect for one another. But for Joel to kind of swoop in and consider Blake as someone he wants to mentor and make Blake his protege, I don't understand why Blake is all of a sudden, kind of taking that spotlight away from myself. I'm not saying spotlight. Clearly, the spotlight's on me. But that being said, if he's going to put Blake in front of me, then that's something I got to question myself because I know me and Blake are going to see each other down the road. It may not be now, it may not be tomorrow, it may not be next year. But bottom line, If Blake thinks he's going to be the one to take this away from me because Joel's going to mentor him the same way he mentored me, he's got another thing coming.
Sure.
Got another thing coming.
Sure. I want to ask one more about Joel Maximo.
Get me a little
I don't
heated
mean
here.
I hate to do it, champ.
No worries.
The Wrestling Snobs is another sort of, these are a couple guys
Journalists,
in
right?
mom's basement.
Yeah.
Nice kids is my understanding. They seem to,
boys.
some allergies occasionally on the videos, but other than that, they seem okay. They said, and I again, this is just a quote,
Okay.
and I just want you to respond to the
Are
fans.
you poking the bear, my friend?
I'm not trying to. I'm trying to make sure that the bear can poke back.
Okay.
They said, quote, Joel Maximo dominated the match against Mike Verna. That Mike Verna, quote, got no offense in. Now that's different than the match I saw, champ. And I don't mean to get you too heated here because I don't want to get trouble on our
You're
show.
quoting a lot of fans, and that's, I don't know if that's something that, like I said, you are trying to poke the bear or not. But bottom line is, Joel's mentality, as soon as we stepped in that ring, completely changed. When it's for the fans and for the people, like we said, and you put the belt on the line, then you're gonna go out of your way to try to disrespect me, give me some cheap shots, and then once I'm down, keep me down. That's not what we agreed on. So what do you want to say? Dominate? I mean, look, listen. You get me all jumbled up here. Long story short, I walked out with this.
You still have the belt.
Domination or not, a win's a win. And that's the one thing I do in this company is win. Like Donald Trump himself says, winning, right?
Sure, yes, sir. And the hardware remains with you,
Yes.
as it has since June of 2015, and we're getting close. Listen, Tony, before we
I need to know what the hell.
and I'm sorry to just do a little preview here. Tony, I know, has been really hard at work.
He clearly hasn't gotten sleep in days.
And Champ, he's a huge admirer of yours. It's hard for him to use his words. You know he's been going through a lot of trouble.
I see you still carries the trophy around, for Christ's sake.
He was the
carry your trophy around.
1997 Interborough champion.
Whatever, I did give you respect for that.
That's nice. It's almost 20
Couple
years.
of nice Italian boys over here.
It's just
Paisan,
local boys
Paisan,
doing well,
Cuisine.
which is nice to see. Tony, I know you want to show us what's behind the curtain there, so to speak.
This is just a little something from Lights Out in commemoration of all the class that you have and the domination that you've had over the roster here.
It's kind of heavy. Well, not really.
It's
You
pretty
just-
nice.
Whoa, what is this?
It's just a token of appreciation
Why don't
from
you
us.
show the fans here?
This to me is maybe one of the greatest gifts I've ever gotten in my life.
That's
and I tell you that right now. Even though the woman behind me kind of looks like my mother a little bit.
That is your mother, actually.
Oh my
I think
God
that
almighty.
in fact
This,
is
my friend.
This is Mike, and that's Mike's beautiful mother, who you know I love.
And number 31, I think,
Oh,
we go
represents
way back.
This
the
is
2016 Hall of Famer Mike Piazza, who is the real the
This
new Hall of Famer.
is absolutely phenomenal. In fact, I can't even really thank you enough.
That's just, it's great to see two guys like this
We
get
spent
along.
all weekend on it, and I'm really happy with how it came out. I think your mother looks beautiful.
I think she's gonna love this, to be honest with you. This is something here. And you know what? I mean, you guys had me heated this entire interview.
Yeah, I'm
and
sorry.
you know what? I think you're starting to make me human again, just
All right,
a
good.
little bit.
Good,
Yeah.
good. Well, Mike, we hope we
Just a
consider you
little
a
bit.
friend of the show.
And you know what? I will gladly be back
thanks a
on
lot.
here. But I'll
We
tell you
really
right now,
appreciate
when you mention this,
Yes.
domination always comes my way. You understand
Understood.
that?
Yes, sir. And you
Tony,
can't argue with the
it's
results
great
that
to
have
have
happened.
Get
so
some
far.
sleep or get an espresso. On me. On me. All right?
All right, Mike Verner, the FSW champion. Thanks for coming on,
Lights
champ.
out.
We really appreciate it.
Is that blood on your shirt?
It's not my blood, so you don't gotta worry about it, do you?
Hey, fuck you, Brogan.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're back here at Fighting Spirit Wrestling here at the American Legion Hall, post 1060.
Yeah.
This is a VFW hall. Am I fucking that up?
No, that's not right.
Is it a Legion or a VFW?
It's a Legion.
We're at the Legion. Either organization's great. I'm here with the two referees that are going to join us tonight. I got Ozzy right here to my left, and I got David Zubin. I'd like to do a quick introduction. With Ozzy, I tell you what, it's his all-American looks and acrobatic prowess that make him an all-time crowd pleaser. And with David Zubin, his quickness and agility have quickly earned the respect of all those who get in the ring with him. Gentlemen, welcome to Lights Out.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, it's great to have you here.
Thank you very much.
Now, Ozzy, you're the senior referee here in Fighting Spirit Wrestling. Is that right?
Yes, I am.
How long have you been in the referee business?
4 years.
4 years. That's a good long while. I imagine you've refereed hundreds of matches at this point. Is that right?
At this point, yeah.
Good. And you excited about the card you have in front of you tonight?
Tonight is a great card. Another great card.
Absolutely.
Good. And David, I understand you came out of the fandom of FSW, and here you are now with wearing the zebra stripes. How have you felt about the transition?
It's amazing. It's like when I hopped over the barricade and stuff like that to be inside the business, they welcomed me with open arms.
Sure.
They let me do my dream. I was not expecting to be a ref right away.
Yeah.
It's great. Ozzy's really great training with, and everything he's doing is really great.
Yeah, good. Now, Ozzy, how's David performing in the ring right now? You know, he's a young kid. He's trying to get his start.
Let's start with the Christmas show. Holiday Immortals.
Holiday Immortals, what a great show.
Step by step here. Let's grade him show by show and see if there's been any improvement.
Give him out of 1 to 5 bags of popcorn, what would you give David Zubin for Holiday Immortals?
I'm going to give him a 1.
1 bag of popcorn.
It was really
That's a
bad.
bit harsh.
It was really bad.
I thought you did a great job, but what was the problem? Why only 1 bag?
Well, it was Brand's first day, that jitters, he made a lot of mistakes, but you know what I mean?
What kind of mistakes are we talking here?
Miscounts, a couple of mispins.
cadence.
Yeah.
Bad cadence?
Was bad.
Do you have any response to that, Dave?
I actually agree with Ref Ozzy. Watching that online and stuff like that, I realized next time I go to the ring, I have to work on that. And
You've been watching the tape?
Yes,
You go
I
back
have.
to the tape a lot?
I actually watch it before I go
Now, do you
out.
feel
That's the
like...
only way you're going to learn.
That's right. You got to watch the tape. For me, as a sports journalist, all I do is I watch film every day of myself, and I try to improve on that every day. Is it like that for professional wrestling referees?
It is. I watch back my stuff.
Sure.
I watch other people's stuff. I
Good.
take the time to actually watch, so
Good.
big thing.
Now, let me ask you, gentlemen, this. What's your vision like? Is it 20/20? Is it 40/40? Where are you at in terms of your visual acuity? Because I hear a lot of people in the audience that say, this guy, he can't see shit.
Yeah, you've been accused of being blind. I think both.
I've heard you both be accused
I
of being
think a lot
blind.
of it is the lights.
The lights are too bright.
The lights, and you miss focus on stuff. I mean, I'm trying to get, my vision, but
Yeah.
I kind of lose track sometimes.
Sure, when was the last time you saw an optometrist?
About a year ago.
You got to go to, let me give you a little tip, fans. Go see your optometrist on an annual basis. You're going to want to get your prescription changed year to year. The human eye changes as we age.
That's absolutely
A
true.
lot of people don't know that. Your health has to come first. And I know you know that
It must
best
be
of all, Preston.
really nice to have all your faculties.
Sure.
It
Sure.
is nice. I
Yeah.
can tell you that.
Yeah?
Now, let me ask you how many bags of popcorn you give yourself for Holiday Immortals?
4.
4 out of 5 bags of popcorn. All
What
right.
made you dock that 5th bag? Did you make any mistakes that day?
I think I could have did better. I'm always a perfectionist, like I said, so I could have did better.
Sure.
Sure,
but
sure.
Now, for FSW Kill 'Em All, what would you give David Zubin 1 to 5 bags of popcorn?
We'll give him a 3.
Wow.
An improvement.
Yes.
Wow, 3 times as good?
David, how would you rate yourself on that? Would you give yourself 3 as well?
I would actually give myself, agree with Ozzy, 3.
Wow,
bags.
this is now, David. Do you always kiss ass of your boss, or is this
No,
just
not,
this profession?
Because that one right there, after watching the footage of that match,
Yeah.
I noticed a lot of mistakes I worked on, I completed. But the thing is, once you make a mistake, there's always going to be more mistakes you add on to your life. Like that one is, I noticed this mistake I have done, but I'm working on it. And Ref Ozzy in training, make sure I work on that every single time.
Let me ask you this. Has Joel Maximo, the great Joel Maximo, had anything to say about your work in the ring so far?
He said he actually did tell me the last show when they do the 2 minute when it's 2 minutes, that means my match went over, fortunately, a little longer than expected.
Sure.
Well, you can't stop the wrestlers from wrestling. The fact is, you want to get a result, and you can't stop them.
But the thing is, as the referee,
Don't interrupt me, David. I'm the host of the show. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's been fun to have David Zubin, the junior referee, and Ozzy, the big man in charge here in FSW.
Tony, I harshed on you. I made fun of your voice.
You did a lot.
In fact, I think in our first interview, you might have actually apologized for Osama bin Laden.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you did.
You only like the bad guys?
Now, I want to be a man. As a person, as a ref now, who's inside the business, I'm sorry.
Bring it this way. That's how I do it.
That's what I like to see. God, that's what this
He's
show
come
is
a
all
long
about.
way.
That's
This is
what
nice.
life
He's
is
come a
about.
long
It's
way.
great
That's
to
the
see
fighting
David
spirit.
Zubin
So
grow
there's
up
your fighting
right
spirit.
here on Lights Out. David Zubin's matured in front of your very eyes. Thanks for coming on the show. Thanks for being classy, David.
Thank you very much. I
I love these guys.
That's gonna do
They're
it
the
for
best.
these two. Gentlemen, here we are, tag team titles on the line, and it's the best of the Ludus Wrestling Center on display. We got both of the elements, Pyro Pulse and Iceberg taking on Talon and Mike Attell. Joe Attell, my apologies, I've had a couple. And it's just a classic of a match. Tag team wrestling at its finest. You don't get this in Empire State Wrestling. You don't get this in the New Jersey Pro Wrestling. Right here at Fighting Spirit Wrestling, do you see the best of tag team wrestling? Let's go to the ring. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Hank Lazer. I'm here with FSW's father, Mr. Joel Maximo. Joel, thanks for the time. You just put the spectacular AJ Spectre down after he came out, and I think he was gonna do something obscene. I don't know what you thought was gonna happen there.
He was, for what it looked like, he was about to start stripping in front of the fans.
And there's kids in the arena. I want to make that clear. This is an all-ages show.
I wasn't supposed to wrestle tonight, but I just couldn't stand his mouth anymore. Somebody had to shut him up.
Yeah, that's right.
I put him down, so I took it into my own hands to go out there and give him my best with one leg, and I did. It took me 2 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, this was a quick match, fans. If you weren't here, my goodness, Joel put him away pretty quickly. Joel, while I have you here, can I ask you about last month's match with Mike Verna? The ending of it, very controversial. What's next there?
PJ Stackpole went behind my back and underneath the offices, and he got himself a general manager position in the Fighting Spirit Wrestling for the next 6 months. I am in the active roster, so he legit got the spot. So now I have to deal with a little bit of a headache, but I'm healing up. I'm about to start calling in my brothers and even things out around here in this company.
Good. Well,
as far as from Mike Verna.
Yeah. What's next? Is there a rematch on the cards?
I see it coming, Mike Verna. The minute you get out of line, boy, remember I taught you everything you know, not everything I know.
Thanks a lot, Joel Maximo. We'll be back. Thanks, Steve. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Lights Out. I'm here with Cyrus. Cyrus, tough match tonight. Looks like the referee might have had something to do with the ending there.
Yeah, the referee sucked, didn't he?
He was on a show earlier. He seems kind of like a rookie. Not sure
that's what he is, but we'll get to that another time. I got a little piece of what I wanted. I got a little piece of Ian Aldwin, but it's just a piece.
What do you say to interim
I want the
commissioner?
whole Aldwin package next time.
What do you say to the interim commissioner, or the current commissioner, it seems like, suggested you can't touch Ian Aldwin until the next time you face each other in the ring? How does that make you feel?
It's fine. We're gonna go one-on-one on Lucha Libre Extravaganza, and I'm gonna make him quit. I'm gonna make him bleed. I'm gonna make him cry. Ian Aldwin likes to pretend he's some big, bad, tough guy. He likes to go out in front of a crowd and try to tell him my history, my past. That's fine, Ian. I don't try to hide nothing. But let's not forget, I'm the reason you were FSW World Heavyweight Champion. I'm the reason. So here we go. Lucha Libre Extravaganza. I quit match. Me and you. There will be blood. There will be sweat. And you are going to be the one crying. You're going to be the one quitting. And you're going to be the one walking out with your tail between your legs, wondering why you messed with Cyrus DeVille.
Thank you, Cyrus. Appreciate the time. Cyrus DeVille, Ian Aldwin, a blood feud that continues to go on. This one's personal, and we'll have him settle it at the next FSW event. We're live here at Fighting Spirit Wrestling. I'm Hank Lazer. Thanks for joining us. Ladies and gentlemen, again backstage for the last match at the spectacular AJ Spectre. Things didn't go too spectacularly tonight, AJ. Mandy, AJ, what happened out there?
First of all, I thought Joel was not wrestling tonight. This is ridiculous.
I'll tell you what happened. Joel is a snake. He's a liar. He's a cheater. Just like that dastardly Eddie Guerrero. He lied to me. He said, oh, I'm not wrestling, to lull me into a false sense of security so he could jump me when I'm not even ready to fight.
Oh, wait, come on now. Mandy, listen, before you get out of here, I understand you have a difficult situation there with AJ. First of all, I hear a lot of rumors going around FSW. Mandy's here, Mandy's there. Can you address the relationship between you and the spectacular AJ Spectre? Is this one for the ages, or are you maybe on your way somewhere else?
No. We're the power couple. We are the Kim and Kanye of professional wrestling. We're the greatest love story ever told. Don't you see our social media? We're in love and we're together forever. And
social. I don't have any social anythings.
Okay, well,
but
whatever.
I understand where you're coming from.
This is 2016.
Now, Mandy, a couple events ago, we saw you take a pile driver in the middle of the ring. Are you okay? What was that like?
First of all, how dare he? Put his hands on me.
I'm a gentleman. I don't hit women.
You know what? Thank you. Like,
Well,
at least
Mandy,
there's
it's just who I
someone who
am.
has, like, some respect. Like,
Sure.
it was so traumatic.
Yeah.
Like, just both parts. Like, emotionally,
Sorry that
physically.
happened.
Like, I barely got over it.
I'm
okay
very
now.
sorry about that,
you know.
Mandy.
Baby,
Yeah,
Oh,
my God.
it's time to go. They're fake.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Okay, well, AJ Spector, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, okay.
Mandy, thanks so much for coming by.
you're welcome.
We'll be right back on Lights Out. A tough night for AJ, but honestly, I got next to Mandy. Things are going okay for me. Shut the fuck up. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Lights Out. We had an exciting night tonight here in Brooklyn, New York. We saw Mike Berna, still the champion and the class of FSW. To be honest, Tony, I'll tell you what, I think he might have been inspired by that painting you made.
I worked real hard on it.
Yeah, and he seemed to be working real hard in the gym. We also saw the Elements remain the tag team champions in FSW. Any thoughts on those two boys? They got broken up. It was a disqualification. A lot of chaos in the tag team division right now.
Yeah, I've heard the internet critics, like the wrestling snobs, talk about how these guys haven't earned their spot, but I think they're great. Yeah.
Action!
Get him a tissue. Anyone got a
Excuse me,
tissue?
can somebody give me a... Anywho, we also saw FSW legends all of a sudden show up to help Joel Maximo in a number of situations, and Joel Maximo all of a sudden squashed, frankly, AJ Spector. I'm not sure the future of AJ Spector, but our interview with Mandy indicated that she's very much in love with that young man, and they're going to continue on.
I don't think anyone could see that coming. I mean, Joel was like a house of fire.
He really was.
I've never seen him
and
so fired
one
up.
of our biggest results of the night, and I didn't know this match was coming up, but the suntan Superman who we had on before the show, along with a couple friends of his, ended up beating Snot. So, ladies and gentlemen, a big night, an exciting night, a lot of fun for all of us, and oh my gosh, we're joined by Chris Rex of Snot. Chris, a tough result for Snot tonight. A loss to the Suntan Superman and company. What's next for Snot, and how do you overcome a big six-man tag team loss like that?
I mean, in my book, it's not a loss. There shouldn't have been 3 men on their side in the first place. If you remember, PJ Stackpole said it was a 2-on-3.
That's correct. I recall that.
And Suntan decided to bring an illegal man into the match. So
Who
the match
was
shouldn't
that
have happened
guy?
in the first place.
It was very confusing to me.
I think I got to
Rules
go
here
to
in
his office
FSW.
and I got to talk to him about
You
it.
thought you should have 3 people against 2 people?
That's what the, the director of
The
operations
commissioner,
said?
I believe,
Commissioner?
is what PJ said.
And now you're mad that they were able to have the same number of guys.
Yeah, that wasn't the match,
I'm
guy.
just checking.
Do you have any issue with PJ Stackpole after
What's
the
your
way
opinion
this
of
all-
PJ Stackpole as going ahead of Commissioner? Is there a link between PJ Stackpole and Snot? Or
Not at
Snot,
all.
now all of
I
a
do
sudden,
like- I do
is there
like-
still a conspiracy against Snot? That's what I want to ask.
No. I don't think there is a conspiracy against Snot because of the fact that we have made our statement. We've made our statement. We've made our name known in FSW. Look at that. Sammy Callahan, fresh out of WWE, NXT. He
I'm
gets
not familiar.
released, and what's his first call? From Azrael to join the Snot.
Sure.
So when you think about it, he left WWE to join the Snot.
That's something.
It's pretty impressive that the Snot is able to get big-time recruits like that. Or should we be looking out for more recruits from the Snot? Are you comfortable where the Snot is today?
The Snot it's a movement. It's becoming a movement. Everybody wants to become a member of the Snot. Everybody's buying the Snot t-shirts, limited edition, available for $15. And everybody wants to be the cool kids on the block, and they're all wearing the Snot shirts. So, of course, it's just like the NWO. Everybody's going to want to be the cool kids.
Sure.
But only the elite will be in the Snot.
So
I can't tell you if there'll definitely be more members.
So Talon and Joe Attell are going to be in the Snot now?
No, they're
The tag team name is the Elite, so they're in the Snot now?
No,
Is that what
no.
you're saying?
Breaking
only
news.
the elite in pro
News
professional
here.
wrestling.
The
In
elite
our
are-
eyes, they're not the elite in pro professional
You
wrestling.
mean that not as a noun?
They're
more
false
as a-
claiming. They are false
Okay.
claiming their name.
My memory.
I apologize for the poor reporting. Joe
Why
Attell
are you trying to put words in my
is
mouth?
No longer in the
You know, I
snot.
liked you. I liked you up until right
Chris,
now.
I'm sorry. There's a misunderstanding from a journalist.
You need your.
I
You know
wanna
what? I think
apologize. Oh,
I want to taste your
Chris,
beer.
hey, oh
my God.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a long night for me. Chris Rex, I don't know what kind of venereal diseases he has. We're getting
Hey,
interrupted here.
That's Sammy.
By new
That's
snot
Sammy.
members.
Now that's gonna get over 5,000 views on YouTube.
Hey, thanks to Sammy for upping our views, and we'll
I just wanted to ask. Hold on, I got a big question for my man here.
You messed up tonight and buy me a drink. Let's go.
I'm buying him a
There
drink.
it goes for
Oh
Chris
yeah.
Rex.
Oh, I'm telling you what.
I think we
Angela,
know
I'll be
who's
over there
in
tonight.
charge of the snot
my
now.
God.
It looks like Sammy Callahan. Sammy is in charge of the snot. Chris Rex is no longer the leader of this group. We'll be back. Thanks for joining us. Have a great night.
Hey, is it mailbag time?
Tell you something, bro. Multi-damager is the only real thing in professional wrestling. All right, out in the street, people know me as the king of the one-punch knockout. I'll knock out you, your friends, and the police if you call them. Pull them, they're right up the block.
Well, please don't.
No. You want to know why? Because you guys don't realize your words cut like fucking swords. All right? And for me, it's not a gimmick, bro. This is my life, and I'm not a joke. You want to tell me I'm a joke right now? No, you don't now, right? Now that you're on this side of the rail, you don't. I see a lot of UFC shit. To me, it's more like a couple of tough guys fighting over a 40 ounce at the corner store.
Now they see what will be blinded out.
the underground dojo of hardcore. This is some straight up Stu Hart, Bruno Sammartino, Baron Cicluna, Harley Race shit going on right here. Where only the strong survive and the weak wouldn't last a second. I'll crush you.
Night out on the town. There's nothing like coming home to a nice glass of wine, perhaps a little white on a summer day. For me, it's Skinny Girl wine, my favorite. This here is the Pinot Grigio. It's got only 100 calories per serving, so I can stay fit and trim while I'm out on the town enjoying myself. When you're in the mood for wine, take it from me, Skinny Girl is the way to go. Boy, that smells nice.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we've had a lot of fun. Frankly, maybe we've had too much fun. I don't know about you, gentlemen.
Mike Verna might have lost a bunch of teeth today, but he's still the champion.
We saw that somebody else is in charge of snot, and for me, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a fun night. It's been an exciting night, but it's time for Lights Out. Thanks, everybody.
That's great. You want to do mailbag real fast or no?
I think we have enough.
So meanwhile, you can grab the phone and dial 911, because there's no wrestler that will overcome. They might run, but they sure can't hide. I'll serve him the ass and pay him no mind. You see me in my right, I got the gold belt on. First you see me, then I'm gone, I'm all tough.